the house is near Chemu 30. I don't want to confuse you. What am I even doing? Yeah, me bahano ma me use technical word because you use technical word now. As somebody who has not understood astrology or hasn't learned anything about astrology, there are people who have even learned astrology forever, so still now because astrology by itself a very complex kind of way. And first things first, say you can say astrology, almost a first, tete pa no. Now you free be still now they use the word astronomy. That is when they branched away from science, a branch away from astrology. And the reason they were branching out then so because of quack astrologers. Because almost so be on ma when ya ko kan ade ni ti na wo hu mienu miensa bi wo mu a na wa frame nkofo na wo se bra na minji ska wo ho no na minhwe bi. And then they keep on saying things to people na ye bo mu hu eja wo mu ayem hyehye enti no almost astronomy is the scientific part of astrology, but astrology astronomy no also science no afa astronomy no. So science will look at constellation. It is tends to this astronomical mu na yetimeka say ye ko space we da ha we wa ha we ye say because ye purely mathematical ade enti no astrology na ehwe say ewie mu niema no oho. And then when we look at the planets at time I go school no now you see ye wo 9 planets. They say you see ye Pluto e free mo. But still now no Pluto is significant wo your life more in astrology. It is a fasa 9 planets na ye hwe say eda na ye be wo no ehina weida say ye hu bebia e bia da no beboa ma ya te ase abrabo kro na nipa ne kra na be wi ase se o bebo se ni suban ne kra be ye ni interest mpodan na ye be wo mu. And then what are the ways nipa ne betimi dey improving your life. And for example ye fa obi to say Aquarius almost Aquarius 9 planets ni nyina no ye fa sign bi a sign ne ye 12 ye fa planet ni nyina na nipa bi wo ho no ma 1 planet bi na e rule ne life ni nyina. Enti no eno kra say ye hwe bibi to say ye hwe bibi to say ye ready dispositors sometimes the yemfa is a final dispositors in okay which planet na ye rule nipa no ni whole existence ni nyina no planet ben na ye di ne so. Enti sa wo fa obi a ni whole existence ni nyina no ebi a planet bi to say Uranus na di ne so understand that sa nipa ko no nya stability ne nkwa ne nyina ayete say ne life ni ye one shocking situation after the other. Or warrior shockingly na warrior na egu okofa next person na shockingly na eno so egu oye adwuma na ni nda na ye si ye yinedi na wakɔhye ono ane de ase ye wo ma unexpectedly na bibia crash. That is what Uranus does. Enti omo na Uranus ne rule omo life no. Say Uranus ne rule your life, and I'm not talking about your sun sign. Wo sun sign ne de no ya ade ketewa bi wo chart ni mo. But I'm talking about in a situation where planets the overall planets are no or rule your life no. It is a fa obi a Uranus ni rule na sa nipa ni stability. A lot of the time no as a niema ye shocking e won the life no koye adwuma we na ye yi no ade bi ode ne nsa beka bia no scatter because Uranus doesn't give anybody stability. I would say Uranus no or per se we evolve or per se we detach from what people say is real so that one kasa will be finding with new reality no. But like I said, the downside of it is that it doesn't in any way give you stability. And until now, omo ye life path number 4 because life path number 4 na you ruled by Uranus. Already said Donald Trump or your life path number 4. There is nothing stable ewo senye or ye ni bibia it's like he does this one today unexpectedly now asanya sesano bibia constantly is changing in a way state ewo ne life saa na eya itie enti no se ye fa obi nso ate se bi a Pluto na e rule ne life no the people that Pluto is ruling, no, the earliest part of life, normal life is very chaotic. Life share life, they go through death many times, and sometimes literal death, some who around that person. And I also say a death happen on the inside. The person dies many times before answer we win a final death in this life no. Enti ewuo betwa ne ho ahia baby obefa bia no yune ntokwa. There is no peace ewo baby, so he feels like he has to fight his way throughout life no. Ne nkwa ne nyina. Enti this person ebeko enti no I say because say ye Pluto enti okona obra na wa disappear from obia life where yi ne ho afiri mu. Enti eba ne sa na ogina chire because onim say obia ye potential threat ema na brabo. Enti Pluto gina chire na o observe. Enti say oka say open adamfo a odi kan treat you as an enemy first and sa wa begin trust wo mu and sa wa be ye na damfo. And as say Pluto so be ye wa damfo a no. It's like a forever business. They can die for you, they can kill for you, they can destroy for you. As long as oye na damfo a omo na se obi ni wunya asem a nipa ne so ni na nya asem sa na Pluto tie one wo ye bibia obeta ade wo ho ba ko na ohun se wo ye nice a eno ano no obeta ade wo ho akopem da obewu onim se wo so sesa ne loyalty no ye that stubborn. Enti se loyalty ne so wo lose ya eno ano no ye fa obi a moon ne na ruling na. These are people that are very sensitive. Se nipa no and the whole life ni nyina no se moon no na ruling na. Ye wo obi wo ho no ma several other planets na ruling no. Like me, I don't have only just one planet I ruling me overall life, you know, that be multiple ones. But to say to say me ba no ne final dispositor Saturn. And then say Saturn obema wo niema beche. Oh ma wo bibia antem. It is a Saturn rule your life. Sometimes you say when I'm looking at people's life na me hu say ne nkwa na nyina no. Saturn ne be rule na me re ho ma wo mo. But me re ho kakra so na me jai because at the end of the day these are people a omo. Eniema beche obransa wenya bibi. The way na obi wo ho no ma wada na ya friend say nipa smesi midiwe na betu ho bra na befa no omo Satan rule omo nte sa ye nche omo ade obi a nche na de obi a ma ne bibia ade bia no noa na obeye ho adwuma beye ho adwuma. And sometimes they work very hard. Satanians no omo ta ye nsase so adwuma no omo say aduane. And so you look at how much effort a farmer ni be putting in obe bre eden nsabe ka asase no ebe sa asase ne yare anso de aduane ahye ho no mo owie a we yi aduane no obeyi be wie no mfamdra krom kra na ebi asai kakra ne ye beto no ye to aye ma ne kuma bi because these people are being ruled by Saturn. And Saturn no enya ade a oma wo niema fofofo sa obema wa braba. One thing is for sure obehwe wo so akopeme da wo de be free ase. It means that sa nkete na wo ye no obehu se eno a be keep you. And then omo ye Satanians ne so omo nyini che. And as Satanians ne so omo anentu ya akese enye te se me planet that rule me way no mommy big features it doesn't give me, especially me ascendant, it doesn't give me that mommy ye long and mommy ye small lengthy me what the aduane nyina bre me. Although I don't eat much, but what the aduane nyina kra bre me na me bi mpo matari a me share no form 1 form 2 form 3 no I could still wear them today and I'll fit in them just right because I don't grow bigger. I'm always smaller. I remember when I had my child, me wo from na ya committee. Enti but Satanians ne de ya omo nantu omo bosi wo hwe emema omo ye Satanians na enya ne e wa koye gym no because they don't get their body from that workout no. Omo fa free the hard labor that they do. These are people that are strong. Their skin is very firm. Omo honam ne ye very firm. Wa wo say and omo mpe nku basabasa te say bia yenom like me Venus and I really me second house, so you know that me te say bibi smell nice pe I want it me nya te say perfume smell nice me pe nku smell meti me asesa but Satanians are not like that most of the time omo na Satan really omo kese no omo pe natural hair no omo mpe odi bibi be ye ni ti wo pe ni natural hair no ni ade and it doesn't matter how much makeup nipa ne beka se waye uhia na wo hu say ose nipadada meka nipadada not an insult but to say obi a omfa niema say they look like people that were in the 1970s and 60s and 40s the way a omo keeping omo hono and omo nyini chenso the Satanians so omo a omo nyini nche omo a mekri na iruli omo because everything happens so quickly for them and then they inframane born na so na wayera enti a lot of the time and omo na mekri kra ni ruli omo 8,000 they die very young omo bra omo sa but please menye death astrology enti membe frame baby sa me say fia mame ohwa me chat na me wu time ben menye ewu astrology usually when I even see such complex things in people's chat I don't tell them one thing about awo to send ewu bisa me no awo say bia how do you say it obetimi a plan say wo pa kwala bi say ana tie me the very day awo benyem no ohun your body has very little control over the ekra na eda we yem no ekra so obeba wiase obeba bra no apese oba omba bra wo pese oba se ekra bebe wiase a ekra no obeba bra no apese oba enye time a wo pe obetimi anyim ubetimi some people even get pregnant yes in the due date yes September afi obewo you can say October obi your one man so a preterm na kra na babe August you cannot control these things but one thing I hear true ni say akra bia ba wo life a obeye bibi ntia me te say when I had my child no me pen sisa I'm very adie bia ma me comfort we ye me dem in free home because almost say I have a bit of me say me way ni ambiguous into me war some other planets no it take a hold over my life no enti say me woman me baby e be a way cold because I like colder places unfortunately so no me pe cold places but my chart no is in such a way that I don't get cold places enti say woman me baby me ho beto me metimi a relax metimi a yesi I can live the rest of the world for you people I don't care enye masem ne me hia ne say me want that little bit of comfort e wo me space asa enti no because sa abrabo nim se sa na metie nim ti no abrabo na ebre me akwala because me shebre no is tied to my child you see that my whole existence no was actually tied to it has got nothing to do with relations and it has everything to do with to say me you say me mama ho kwan na me put me ho out there share my thing and apart from the astrology I love to write poems I love to write books I love to write with entino sa niema na me ye ni na life and say allow yourself to bring all these things out there for people to know for people to see and in many totality of life no relations no important but my child is really the most important thing was our life anymore and that is not to say that I don't value my partnerships or me value kesepa but me bano ye far more important because one as soon as ononi bedu ye no then all of my dreams changed I remember telling myself that minti menye sa sis to way edumano I cannot do it and then my partner now we're moving so oko US within that time space no na akra crowd be 7 months so then say ono net to kwai na me nkwa why would I do a job by adwuma ne be ma e be je madaji ni nyina ma me ntimi okay say it sa dia ene na ma me nye bibia e be ma me time like enough time so you see that akra no eno na da me shebre ne mu nti eno na area range me life no ohun enti no minya wo ne na me sha say me dwen sa no the first thing I did was try to explore my chart because my chart no related to children so I decided to go and do something involving kwala and I'm a cockatray nkwalade, and I did it for a year, and I was tired. Now my brain, it really isn't a fit for me the way now I'm a drink say. I think that I could benefit from maybe going once a week, be na my but say every day, now I feel my brain. So I decided that okay, then I needed to make the change. But the message Sunday, a crocra na metiso no my brain was so then we should do the entire moving and I feel you 2 year free one na your coke for so. And I will say all these things happened because I had a child, but semebano am bemua. And I probably wouldn't think about say I will still be chasing after the money, chasing because my sister said so. Of course, it was giving me a lot more resources than me kwatra there na say. And I will say when we moved, I decided so okay then I will look at the other thing I mean but and that was astrology. And I remember I called someone in, so I wanted to start doing something. Then the person said, say, okay, then I won't put you books in any man because I know I'm a person here. I wanted to give a voice to my writings, and I also share astrology ni mumasi. And then I won't share no mumasi. Then I decided, so okay, then I will go with them, and then we started from that way. And you almost say. From maybe 24 day banning the only planet that is ruling me, related to Scorpio, and Scorpio is related to the underworld, psychology, and deeper. I say sumema seminar. So of course, it's only natural that at the end of the day, we decided that okay, we pen and then I started to also do this. And say yana say wuhu ni entia ebi oha akra ne ba life. And be they teach you to slow down, especially while we near trainer opening 10 open say work na or problem never requires say be count to a see form atena say for a while taking care of a crano ni interest na answer enti ya feel say we be high be say was say akra ni bedua even if enya saa na wosusu wa brabo no also be your house you I didn't dream that mewa akra paralyzed and I say be all struggle to walk and all struggle to this and adentina brabo dia brew. A lot of the time it is not what you need enye what you want, but it is what you need ni enti a wo be wo saa akra na obe say we are singing now be oka say oba ayekra no begu ma ware. They say that a lot because ukunu ne hwese ne akra ne de demanding wontime nkoye adwuma wontime nyese na afi asa akra na be crash mu we are singing na. But the moment na akra be ka wonsa na wo sa akra no obehia a lot of time no wadwuma ne se wo be hwa ade fufuo bi a wo ya ebetimi ama wadaage ma watimi take care of akra no. Because me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, woman a pencil crayon, I believe that or the best scribble wall in her mouth, she will not write. But nay, or no to make of a book in now at Tanasi. Now I throw, now a friend me say, Mama, come and look at what I've done, and then she opened the book proudly. Now they are trembling, Namashi. About 2 years ago, no, I believe that if I didn't have the knowledge I'm a war in astrology kakra. People would have been like, oh, baby, na funny special school, na funny yes. But all the child needed was time. And I tell people that men frere obaso a special child. The way na labels, no, they limit ability. Oh, akra or no ntimi nye bibia. Or not being able to do something in a word for special. It is a very stupid word. Sa special at the end. I know that to be or can na mo be a treating with care, but all limit your ability. The moment I would mkola or more mutimi ye bibini or more muntimi ye bibit na dine ba kumwa. After a year, no, ni ontimi ye bibini beshas, yes, or ye bibi by looking at me or ye bibino. And in such kinds of situation, no. Nanka wape environment ebe support akra ni growth ebe support wosu growth obi anyone akra bi anyone mo ye musuo ba na so obe hye wo say oba be hawo. Some people saa ade na mo ye ni ntina ema mo ho ntomo say to say yes wakoja akra ne kwan akra ne se ne oda ho no mo ye no oye de benti na wa ma no assisted death, not a death akra na nkasa de beko but ono ankasa force akra ne ma na wu obi o kra o ma ne ba ne poison o de ade egu aduane mu ma akra ne ma ne di. I know somebody who was like that ne ba no because say watena we mu ache akra na che wache woni wheelchair mu ohu se oha no dodo enti no edu mrebi no okwa adwuma oja akra ne wo fie, no supervision, nothing. Na akra ne wo fie na ono so kọ na adwuma one day okoye no na akra ne wu da ho no mo and akra ne wu no hu ne se na this way be free ne so, but in situations like that no you pay for them in this world bibia ni wa wo ya ye free share life na ni ode be ma wo bia no wutimi nya abotre ehwe ni yi a abrabo no or reward wo enu ni nti na obi yo ho no ma onya akra oye difficult sana na obi a we create charitable organization bi na o throw more light or educate masses no on these kinds of situation. You are not better than those people now omotena say ehwe enkwala no, and your life will not get worse if you are ready to make a turn around that. Enti won't me nka say maybe me hwe me ho a na nka me pa akra bi a obeye say the only way to know say bi a planet is saying na you really will life, you would have to have your time of birth. So our time of birth, then you will be able to know the overall planet in say we need time of birth, exact time of birth, and they are it's highly impossible. And okay, so we need time of birth, and so you can even use these positives. First, and obesha say be our sun sign and no planet being ruling. It is a way a Capricorn sun. Not just Satan the ruling was sun no. It will be baby a Satan that it be a Satan or Capricorn. Where we that face, no, but so shall say be a Satan what to say Cancer. Not just a moon in a year release. Over quite moon and over running dispositors now until you get the very last one. Now when we say planet way na e rule, but say we ni mo crown, say we ni bibia pra na, o de shower bra bomu. Say we obi e niema chema wo, a chance a niema ba. Ebi a wobetimi aye adwuma saba ne beba no na ye kakra bi at some point no wo se nkofo hu se wanyini, but also a wonyini ye ba ye hu a se ye hu se we obi a we more reserved, we obi a we more disciplined, we wo value ethics, wo work ethics ne ade. It's possible Satan is ruling your life. So we obi a wo de ne wo pa ya kwantuo mframabo wa na wonam so na we dimrika ope foreign places na we chini we jovial as sika be ka won side to say nsuo 3 seconds na sika ni na akọ e na wo pesere pa wo be yi nkofo serious a lot of the time Jupiter na and Jupiter rule wa oye wo kakraka. It is a Jupiter ne rule wo na wo didi na wo nhwa wo hu yie na wo ye we a obeye to say a dime because Jupiter or no de nsaka bibia na ohyira so, but ohyira so nso a ohyira wo body ni nyina aka ho every part of you enunti na ya a lot of the time no omo ewo sika no be mu say na wa ye chako na ote ho no mo because most of the time they are being ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter so the nsa be kan wo be bibia be ye kakraka. They will have money but to be mu say na we ne so ye kakraka. And as a Venus ne rule also Venus the a rule your life, you are always beautiful and found in here will be if you won't call a brema copem that will be we are both they are more febe so. And then these people so mean jai relationship almost a relationship so much ye jai nene obekwa akoshishebi as omo kwa intimate na enti e no mo pe people pleasing and so so please you obi ama obi ani gene ho enti ofre wo se brani fia obenu aduane ama wo wadi di awie no na wa ma wo sei wo ye sei no ye wo sei obe ye wi na we say yes all the time no nka wo benya na wo ono ne nchen enti no Venus so saa na ya eye omo e na omo so no so eye omo disika ti se nsuo saa omo a Venus na e rule omo no na omo a moon ne rule omo ne de emotions nko a esu nko a arewo nko a ade bia na ti se ne ye beka no ne ye beka go and take it from the fridge ne bia ye be discuss na obi ye free ne mu no na ne moon ne rule no da so odwene ho oda so kai ni ra ho o ka che se bibia moon no ni remfi enti eya o che wo ne past dodo eno na eya ha adwen o be spend a lot of time e wo ne past enti me say I like to think say ye na se bia Satan na rule wo a na che say wo kra no free Satan na aba. That is how when I was a newbie in astrology me dwene ne sa na it makes sense to me. Say Satan na rule my life there. And yeah, okay, with Satan, also Satan or rings, the rings are very visible. And yeah, cry if free Satan, ne cry Satan, ne ruling, no, all the time, no restricting him or limiting him, or say, and say, dear Minyanka, men more. Nanso, me say, be a me no ma, me kwa home, me be a me fear, na me say ya. Because of almost any discipline in Tino, I say on no men's son. It is obi Jupiter the rule obi. Na so ni obi a Saturn the rule no kwatana. Ombe dayatana. Because debia Saturn beka say, menye ni say. Jupiter so up freedom. Why sem from mama bebia op sofa. Eti aba ne sa o se mekunu de o ha adwene dodo. O hye na bibia na menye say. Ba oba ne de no ye expansive. O person no de o chile, o person no de o didi. Two planets ba ebe clash at that point no. But omo betimi anya middle ground. Omo so obi abe respect the other person ne choice they will be fine. But omo ntimi an respect choice ne dia. Na che say ento kwa ne beto akoso saa. Ena Satan nso omo ye chisel omo. Se okokofa bema no me go and put it in the basket. Okokofa bema no come and take the glass and put it in the basket. Okofa bema no say we ne rule na Satan ne rule na pepe oma usika da I had to say oma usika no calculate eti oma wo o feel so ma me why says Satanian bema de me nya sure so bet me asesa de sika be 10,000 20,000 na wa share na kunya otiso na wakaze brana beji onye Satanian de onye omo ye pepe pa all the time no wo sika te se den kra na okodwomo obesre ade ne nteso onye the only people I woka ode be ma wo no omo a awia ni rule omo no omo so omo ye dwe enti omo pese wo hu se ye oye big enti onim so strength so a obehu ne so wo form enti no wunya saa omo ye dwe no omo beto wa ade de otokra onje nsesa ena Jupiter nso no so give enu na Sagittarius for no omo ye givers no ono obetimi ye di ne sika ne nyina ye na enye na sem ade chi a ebi beba ena Venus nso te saa ono so opewei eye fa ope oye we a nti no ope a ene me eye aesthetically pleasing enti ono nso eye asika ne kwa ba Satan edie Satan ene Virgo enti Virgo says Virgo wo Jupiter obecha wade but obe calculate obe dwene ho be plan before answer or the abreu. So even if a Virgo or ye give am pa ono ni giving ne ye ne adwene da ho omo a omo ntimi ncha ade freely no sa Virgo no na omo say Virgo ne sa Satan no na Taurus nso omo timi eche omo Taurus nso eya omutimi che Taurus is nanga so omo ye very stubborn and omo say the two planets are a ruling sex ewo astrology mo no omo a Pluto ne rule omo no ene omo a Venus na e rule omo no enti no asemwe ya mebeke mi wo say sometimes omo na woni omo ko have sex eya ebia eyede ana wa wo feel sa say wa ko obi shronko ho no. A lot of the time, homosexual houses is being ruled by either Taurus and Scorpio. Entina obi kofa Scorpio eya ejai no eyeden. The only reason why a bema no besan akọ Scorpio ne wa na oba ne besan akọ Scorpio ne wo bi a Pluto ne rule no. Enye because so odo no. Eye because say so omoda feelings ne ye very different. Eye bibi shrunku bi entina yet say oko baby onya that kind of way no. Every time I will be ka say we be amintimi njai no. A lot of the time no sika ne sex no na ewo mu ntia enye sa nka wo mo kodadaada enti no say ebi ohono ma wo pe relations ebi eno ne be drive sexual enema na then you can look at omo Pluto na eruli omo ne omo Venus na eruli omo no. But when it comes to say Gemini no having sex so proving him to nipa ne keke. So they may do every say obey ye bibia or person nipa ne feel say or no ye bibi enye because of ade na or ye no ba or the proving him. Sana Leo so tie. Leo so the sex ne proving him. So sometimes it becomes a burden, it becomes a dia. But the people now always say ade ni roll out naturally by itself no. Omo Pluto na eruli omo ne omo Venus na eruli omo no. Enti no obi ohono ma ne drive no enye kese ono a onhye da anye into sex no ba onya akofa nipa na onya akomo ba akope eno ano no ene ese okofa na irechi na okọ ho a this is a relationship ebetimi sustain over about 20 years na still okọ nipa ne koda wonti ase ne yentia. It has to do with the genitalia no because I will say Pluto ne rule sa genitalia no ene Mars but Mars no Aries de ono ye me pentema kwa aba so Aries or rule the area of sex will be chat ma as a me pentem so obey an intentem now akone baby. But the people that really give sa activity no time sa Taurus for no ni Pluto for no enti se wo koshia sa ankofo na eno de na abeye asem eno nti na ya Pluto nipa no kasa agise owuo no agise owuo ne betimi atete yente because e wunnim na se wokote wo ho a because say ye de ye kra nyina be wuramu in terms of the sex no bibia be wuramu awie eti wunnim na wo kasa wakotwe wo ho afiri ho a ene e wahu na mane wona afi ene wo ya meye wo say mepra wo mese wo recently say almost say guy bi a wakokun ne girlfriend and couple so twitwa no ngeti yo so twa ne nsapo free hono mo when cases like this no me I like to examine. So I took the guy's chart. I feel na no almost say yakoche no but me be a chart na me hu baby ne past life no da ne baby ne mu ne da no we me have a personal secret na me see you ade no waye ampa because we chart na you can see clearly that ni way no there is a very disturbing emotion was nipa ni mu a obetimi ekun obi so ampa enti no and there are clues chat ni mu a trace ampa obetimi aye enti later no me hu so mo gu so the evidence ni bi but and in the end no obi ani ho obetimi akase sa nipa no we nku nipa kro because we kuno ono na ekuno because when you look at my chart you can see clearly that know me please get me water, okay? Put it in the glass, okay? And bring it. Entino, say one nkofo kwa akudate a
You can do it by yourself.
No, do it for me, okay? Come and put it on your table and do it. Enti, say when you obi sign na say bia nipa no obetimi aye wo bone a you hwe ne chart ni mu a wo hu ntia ya me say me advice nkofo say especially wo hwe chart ni mu na wo hu say nipa na wo ko date no
let me do it by myself.
But you are spilling water onto the table.
Hey,
it's okay. Good.
This is for you.
Thank you, darling. Unti no say o hwe chart ni mu na say nipa no obetimi aye obi bone a uhu a uhu o say omo na aye wo mo between 96 97 ho kakra no ehu hia say ya wo be use niema a say bi a motorbike niema o say as aggressive things niema ye sharp ni ade no it's better you move away from niema no. I cannot be doing ningina because chart no say individual chart no we hwem a won say ebi a we ye wo na panti bibi kakra be difa wo ho no mo ne ade but this we ye general reading it wo hwe obi chart mo na say onipa no ye wudini a wo hwe chart ni ma ye easy say wo be hu say onipa no but Saturnians no ono nku but very strict almost at a sane woni teacher bi a oye very strict etino saa na Satan obeye wo enti se okofa oba o ye Satania na wo ye be ma wuntimi nya inframa kakrakra e wo ho 3 seconds bia oba na ehyewo ukodware a o hyewo baby a wo betia o se kwapepa ho baby a wo beye se and saa Satanians ne so de sex fo de su ni mfaso ma no no ndwene saa sex ne ade no enti na ohu sex ne so say your responsibility your duty enti saa Satanians fo no mbeye da ho no mo me de brana beye na sorry na ko those kinds of conversations and yeah sometimes when you obi a wawari acha ya no si o se po de ne no ane se ahomache na obo wa na wa bet na pam pan e baria na wakoda ne baby they don't care about feelings, they don't care about anything because almost say Satan o ma de no eche enti se wo obi a se nipa kro na bi a Satan ne rule sa ne house of death na obenyini ache enti se obenyini ache so na wa mbobra papa na afa ebe ye wo yare a obeda ho no mo efie hofuo yina bewu na still o yare oda so da ho no mo. I have a grandfather but enya me direct grandfather yet to say aware bebre grandfather situation na up till now obi ewu eja no aka ono nko a oda so yare oda ho no mo e na ono so awatonton ne niema ne kokoo ne niema ina awatonton se Satan ne niema ne bi me de me sika ina be ko me mfa bi nja me ba saa pepe niema no and then in the end no oda ho e na obre do o mu be feed o mbe but obre enti Satan etisa e na Satan so ye kama. That is why omono na omodo o kama bebre wodo. Also uko school bi na se teacher bi mpe wa asa a lot of the time it has to do with mumi no mo Satan no e bi collide in a very not so good way. E ba ne sa pe obehu se dipa no ono obe san mpe wa asa be ma o ma usika so sa na tie a lot of the time Satan it is be ma no obe yi sika na ohu ne sa de no be ma usika oba kra de na obe ma oba sika. Also, yeah, they don't want to give money. Satan no person or you the four. It's your discipline to see the pesa or be called so nibi. It is a boyfriend, it is you can only try. You can only try. Oh, beti me a try keke. But nya dia oh yeah ni den or we sika kro the besi. Omone saafo ne ya me na ba oye Capricorn ohu obesra okra na oye te se onisika na ode aboso na eyo omobo no na sika ne hihye mu na wachechire na ode ahye ne we ni mo ohye shorts wo so ante facha me e na ohye shorts wo so enti oba na so ne wo ewa hanom a o nka so wan sidi kra. The only time you realize so we sika ye bra obekọ no ye obekọ a opese okokrom na okodidwa enti sa wona ne kwa obehu sa fe oyi 500 cedis 500 cedis 1000 wa nto be bisa say nanti so obeda ha me
na
yes obeda ha nanti sa na o sika pa but onya fa phone no frɛ ope so me yari o minisiko but o sika and she has a very big cocoa farm o sika pa but still also active to say o you broke all the time da bia na wabobo ni sika na odi na wachechire na odi esi saa na omuti eti when you know the Satanians well yewe owo na di na ondi enti wokofa be ma Satan na ruli ni sika na wuni me na wokoye say oh me kuro ne de ne ho chiri me hu ne mobo I had somebody that I told that na I was so kokotua sika kesie bi wo ne money school o say odwene be ma ne ho but I look at the man me hwe be ma chat no me say da bi wo kuno wo sika kwana ko bisa no the man has money o say me show say me ko bisa no we na akoye say me money pressure me say o sika kwana ko bisa no and ampa so koko bisa no na be ma no wetimi atua sika sa sika kakraka no within that small amount of time no atua ni na de ama no enti o say o wo sika bato active poor enti oba ne kure ko bisa na o suro say o kwa mpo ebi ni wono mo. If you don't know a Satan yet and Satan energy natural. It is not that they don't have money. They have money, but because some more brands so many sika ni you know your modern. And until na to say o for boyfriend na idea or construction because any na ye land and building related chat. related juma Saturn na enti wokofo obi oye construction or yes anema na enye contractor no ni onu na etu asase ne so no de blocks na ehihye no se wo bisa no 100 cedis mpo na ode mawo a ono no to him no ode ni wiase nyina no de ya mawo no because omo se oye adwuma ne brands a wanya ne sika eti omo na eya a omo timi yi no te say Jupiter no ode ne nsa so ade ni ma na la aka be mu na ade ne ye ntentem sometimes impo they can even gamble for the money omo so okoto chacha ba ko a owure mu abe hu se na we di na ode ano no mensa ne ade eno ni ntina na say ye Taurus nso cha ade pa because you know Taurus. When it comes to Taurus, on farm so be have sex no be pesika obeye. A lot of the people now omo yes sex jumani nyina no they have strong Tauruses. Ewo omo chat mo. Say Taurus na eruli nipa ne 10,000. They don't mind selling sex for money. Obetimi they say bi o ma ode woni me nana wo ma misika. So obeye juma be pesika no ompe openyuma na on say pleasing no aesthetically no nti say we nya bibi ti say music. Wenya bibi ode ne voice beye wenya bibi ti say bia aduane ade bi ebe kontem kakra ma no a ne other alternative way say woni ne beda na wa manisika enti no se be ma so na owo sa strong Taurus woni chat ma all the time no pema omo be manisika e ma omo be hwe no enti wo be hu se oye be ma but okwa openi obenu anu ama no odi ni sika be hwe no de all the time no be use mana no de be nya ne openyi na ewo ni wiase enti it is like that and this sometimes yeah we can say enye bad you understand enye bad as in the way na ye hu no but almost say ewo no so ne energy ni mu no o feel say no na ye the easiest way emma no say bi obetimi enya bibi enti say wo ba na say wo say wo ba no sha no enema a opese nka oye bi ye related to enyome ne ade oyo ba na say wentimi anye sa enema no wentimi ankobie perfume shop wentimi ankobie bag shop na say wujeja ne sa ebedu nrebi no eye mpena twemu ana wo de bepe sika no enti na ye easy mano a lot of people omoton sex no every day because commode no be ya de na mekwa akobre because Taurus ompe ne odi kikikiki ne beye opene wa relax na otete say bia Taurus say obebie spa ohun bibi te say spa bibi ankofo be dwodwo omo be relax omo ho ne ade omo pepepepe saa enwuma no Taurus mpebre ompe bibi a eye de mano saa enti wunim na ukoye se eno na meba no onko ya at some point obejai ni nyina obehu so hyedemu enti no be ma na one ne wo ho no na oba around na wa mane kakra na okwa na se bi a be ma waware no ne neti no ono ne ho ana odibedidi saa ba se pass obekwa akoye adwuma eye de wunya no se okwa akoye onye but so omo ye omo niema so yi a te se ne meka ye na adwuma bi a Taurus betimi ayo betimi ahwe aduane they are very good with food na aduane ye de also obi a me se me ye aduane a me peni nchem me ni time a ye de twen enti aduane e beje ma da agi nyina no me mpe mitimi gina kitchen na me de wana ma ye stew soup me ye bibia mpetete ma ye de hida de abobu na me je gu freezer de mu and enya sa na Taurus tie Taurus obeto nebo my mother is a Taurus me ma me oye aduane ba ko betimi aye jollof rice ye betina ho makoma de ye sa e bebo be 7 answer na wawie na o se ba wodi aduane ne nso aye de e ka osunsum ne wowe enti no nkofo de sika bre no na waye aduane na ode ama wo mu because omo se oye aduane aye de but say me mpe sa me ye aduane every day ade no enti esuno bia anti Taurus they do well in such kind of areas ne de obetimi aye obeye ne yie Taurus betimi aye se oye massage therapist na nko massage nkofo ne ade ono opene me ye sensual ene me ye sexual ene ma sa na Taurus pe na why sign be na manka ho asem monkai me na menka na men draw cards no sign be na manka ho asem I believe I've talked about for Gemini there almost say Gemini ye omo pitch ni one thing about Gemini, na adwene erase all the time. Adwene no erase all the time. Enti Gemini no ye bibi a ema otimi using intellect na good. Gemini obetimi aye education, academia, obetimi atra ade, obetimi atratre nkofo ade, at the same time so obetimi aye business, almost to say marketing. Gemini ni top place no because they love to talk. They also Gemini okasa ono ofu so ono ne die na nyansa wo mo bia de nyansa bia nimu. Enti no ono ne die na obepese ono a and omo ye chatty as long as you give them even so they too na wonti mini ndi nkomo na windi nti na nhwa obekọ baby foforo emema omo ye Gemini omo ye Gemini omo nim faithful bema oye Gemini oba oye Gemini onim faithful onim commitment she Gemini emema no omo penkwala emaya omo susha enti no Gemini ompe oba oye big oba oye slender oba te say me aminti bingeni weight no sabi na Gemini ope wo slim fia na waye slender fair kakra na waye nyang. They don't like big. Gemini ompe mema no especially se bema no ni Venus da Gemini o ware wo pe na wo ye obolo obekwa akofa obi. They don't like it. Ope so hu da bia sa wo ya akwala because Gemini Mercury is symbolism for you. Eti ayo omo pe wo nkete omo mpe wo akese when it comes to say bia Aries one thing about Aries nso ye young, like they are young looking. Enti Aries no say eno na Mars de na eruli wa obe ware ntem obe wo ntem bibia be ye ntem because almost say Mars eno na drive ye vitality eno na drive ye vigor eno na drive. So when it comes to Aries unless of course enye Mars no na eruli wo entire life no but say Mars dey eruli wo life especially ebia from the ages Mars so ruli where about 7 years. It is a Mars ruli from ebia we age 1 to 7 ube hu say during that time no wo life no growth ni bibia ye 10 unless say another planet be take you but say Mars na sign ruli for about 20 something years of your life ye be ba be hia no ube hu say why ye bibia ntem wa won ntem wa ware ntem why ye be everything with you no happen fast. And it's a Mars no na say bia Mercury kan ho it does the same ebema obeye bibia entem and a Mars so I will say Aries because say Aries say energetic sign pa and usually no almost thrive in independent work no almost mean so bibi to say athleticism or say athletic work near there they can also do security work pa and ye relay or say bibia mo use or mo ahoden or ma ho keka no kese no and then they also do well when they are working alone. Say Aries or no ho eye adwuma o feel good because say Taurus be ka ne ho a obe slow no down. Say Gemini ba or the kasa be ha no dodo say Leo ba or the ni dwa ebe ha no enti omo mpene sa or pene ebe ye ne nchem. So whenever they have the kwan that was no nko anya Aries me say me power energy no but omo ye very stubborn and you know that ma won shene so enti sa wo bana so ye Aries when you are thinking say hey my friend go and sleep or no be catch us you to go and sleep enya ade a obetie ne wo ka no. When it comes to Pisces I will say in the sign no Pisces na ye the last sign of the zodiac and hono na awieye ne wo it is the finishing place enti no I will say catchre ebe deal with a lot of the think about it this way say call efia etoso 12 ubedru first house hono ahokeka ne doors to ani je ne odu second house aduane wo ho bebre oba third house hono no kasa ne nkomodie ne ade ekoso fourth as emotions wo hododo and then you went to the fifth as a wiana shre wo so when ya je wo ho ato we bedu sit no as I feel wo share che wona ho so mo live your life ni yie kra. That is what Virgo does. Enti Virgo no be nitpick o ni hwini mo born no. Enti obe complaining too much. Ade bia no de o hye ne ade na o de kɔ ho opese o ye ne pepe finchem. Enti wutwitwi ne chance mo obesan akotwitwi mu bi wo pra obesan ya pra Virgo ti saa wo yiyi ono so be yiyi wo noa ono so be noa ade bia na asa wo de wo ka pebre na wa fa ne tissue na o de apepa no asesa ho before ansa Virgo akoye and saa de na Virgo ye ne nti na ma Virgo odwene dodo odwene too much na adwene ntimenda enema enyansi yempo no na still na odwene ho be worry ne ho a eti one of the problems say your motenya ye high BP sa heart palpitation na kuma born tenten because obe ha ne ho sa and Virgos so they do well as administrators bisa ne say hemfa no de file ne to ye onim Bibia esi ye 1946 Virgo is away onim ni rem fiade okai pa but Virgo so perman so train enti ne nkwa ne you know betreman so because fu say adan na wanye ni say na wo ye ni say and then from Virgo na we do Libra Oko Libra ho no ma Libra so se boy aha de ye nya kikikiki wa me de me mpese obi be ka mani mi nti ade ne ma ye kra me se nya me na me ye Libra te sa o mpe confrontation enti ne ye ne fort kro be ka se me wan enya mi o me de me ni mo on tie oh but on the flip side you know Virgo because say Libra pepe because Virgo treman so na Libra so no so pepe ye ewo honomo enti because say ono pepe ye ni nti no ne obeye ne say ne ye ma asumdue emra ha eno nti na Libra otimi ye lawyer Libra timi ye ye can say conflict management on obetimi enema ye related to sa peace ne ade no but then the other side they say because of person asumdue ba ho nti no da bia so person looking very good enti Libra odnisika ina beto ntare ekwamode ne makra no obehwehwe the highest fashion na odi edrepi ne ho Libra te saa na Libra so mpese beka ono nko anti relationship no ene obetwem pena wo saa ene bra na beka me ho wone me meda bra na ye mi say bra Libra pesa enti wo kofa oba na oye Libra o se mfa ho se wonye te se de kra na ono ne opa ni so obi wo ne ho enti obema watena ne then now we move it to Scorpio now ko do Scorpio Scorpio so wa be ono wo say sa na ema na Libra ye na asa ono de on je dem fom so ntumu na no de ne mama oh bibia you okay oh ha de ha ye fine oh bra na beda oh bra na be ye say Scorpio hesa o se de be so no tan dodo me de me mpese obi abepe ma ase me dwene me ho me mba me ho me so me mba wo ho me te me baby me dwene me ho Memfa wa asa memba me wunim na wo ka me a me memfa nche we na me ye ade a meji atomu se me ana me ye na me asem no wan ka nche me kwa nyem ase me a mehwehwe mu Scorpio obe fifi mu a to so obe hu ade kro na chi na so obe hu wie nso a one wa ya aka o mfa nche o ene enkope me da a wo be wu no Scorpio wada fi Scorpio a oda da kemi mpo a bibi wo a wa ye na wa mfa nche wi oda na da kemi Scorpios are like that. But omu ye nso a omu ye very loyal. Omu ne wo benanti ye. Afe ye bedu Sagittarius so a Sagittarius so da all gambling. Sagittarius no mfa bibia serious yi. O ka asem kire okra na eye ya mpo a onde we yi nani enye na asem. Sagittarius no mpe commitment yi. Okowari wukunu no ye Sagittarius a oye sofuo mpo a obetwem pe na men ha wo. Oye sofuo mpo a obetwem pena wo baby obekwa akochini obenante ono mframa ne bo na ohu ope ni je no Sagittarius se opese se watena ka mu ka ne nkwa baby ampo ndi ode bechi keke na waba Sagittarius man so still omukra mpo no they struggle with commitment especially say almost say okọ relationship ni mu na ontimi nya ne freedom on de ne homa na ni nje te se ne wo pa Sagittarius obetimi akohwehwe bibi wo baby na ote ho enye na sem and they don't feel any Sagittarius don't feel guilty bia about a lack of commitment One say omo time ware mienu ne miensa no Sagittarius ene Aquarius ene time yesa, especially say sign mienu ne na rule marriage house a. But nienti ya emema no mo taye ne kese ne say emema no omo say society na nkasa ma omo kwan say bema de otime ye nti omo no ye ne kese, but ema no omo de besie because society ne frown on it on the part of the women no. Because me ejuma na me year reading, so I research lots and lots of charts no enti no minim ya me kasa from experience enu ti na okofa book a ye be ma wo theory tenten ba me tire mo wa ha tire wa me tire wo how a play out in your daily life ne ade no enti no Sagittarius and Aquarius almost Aquarius no Aquarius say a very detached sign she say Aquarius one wodam paswa, they are not connected to you in any way. Obetime ne wa share empa baako ono obegina adwaye baako one wo bete. It doesn't matter how I feel say wone ne tare, there is always a wall bi a eche wone saa Aquarius no edonimu. The reason is this, almost say Uranus onye a very clingy sign. Enti na Aquarius ne say ye wo obi na ne sun wa Aquarius a at one point in the life no papa wo no obeja ne wako. At one point in Aquarius no ne life no papa obewo no ebeja ne wako. Enti ebetimi aba ne say ye wo Aquarius na bebre na nko mu hu omo papa Aquarius ne Pisces nyina a lot of signs no hu ne papa da onime ne papa onimnim kwa papa na ware foforo te baby enkra na ye wo omo a ebi na papa na ware dada na okofa maame no ne nyeme ye no wo ye no a lot of them almost sign na say Saturn ebe wo Aquarius. Enti no papa no ye detached from the child wate ne ho free we ne ho wate ne ho de free akra ne ho. Enti because of sad detachment ninti no, because of sad detachment ninti na Aquarius no ne nkwa na nyina no on feel connected to anybody. Enti especially say nipa ni moon mpo wa Aquarius a or ye wo ne na for some reason no na was akra no kwatena obi foforo ho na nipa ne tetem sa na ya omoye obekwa akwatena baby foforo na nipa na kwatetem. Enti se obi kwotete na onwe se sa mother bond na break ekofo bebre a omo wo sa moon e wa Aquarius mu no betena tena baby obi na betete no ebi oni obi na bekwa akwotena obi bete no obi. Enti no there is nothing a bond omo ne the emotional side of themselves no. Enti so odo mpa unhu se odo because enya ade a ne do ne bechire ne do no cannot show. They are always clingy. They are always detached, from omo partners no matter how they love sa partner no. Enti ma blocking nipa kro na we all responded to no. Enti emfa woni se ne obedo nipa no detachment ne wo ho. And almost say ofa adamfo ne ya Aquarius a se 1 year po na so ne wo nkasa ya o ye okay or enya na sem. Enti wa wo ya adamfo beka say ade na madam fu enti ono de onfa phone po no onfre me kakra enya so ompe wa asem o, but almost say they love to detach from enema. Enti ompe so be clingy to you in any way. Enti they can love you obedo wo pa, but say bi obe kire do no obe entansi e wa Aquarius side no. And those are the signs obetimi enya multiple partners because ono mfa na koma ne wura mu. Eno nti na Aquarius mema no omutimi worry more than once, more than obi o ha oyini bia na na yere ye 4 5 6 no omunyina ya Aquarius na rule omo marriage house honomo because there is no attachment bia ewo omoni obi foforo ntemo. There is no attachment, and because it's attachment bia any honomo nti no na che say ye easy money pa o tesa no say bia obe movie away from you totally. Eti sa na ya etie. And then we come to Pisces. Pisces is so adeɛ nyinaa so no ɔmo sɛ astrologers no ɔmo argue we say me say Jesus Christ kra no ɔyɛ Pisces but me nya sure say Jesus Christ no ɔyɛ Pisces because Pisces or per se o sacrifice ne ho ema yɛ nipa Pisces yɛ delusional Pisces yɛ very delusional sign Pisces oni obi nam na nipa ne ndo no na onimimpo se nipa no endo na enya ade a Pisces obegye edi da until se nipa ne be ye ne bone finally a ebe te n'ani so se wan Pisces eye memobo ma me nkoboa no enye hwe meya ama no enye hwe mekọ ne ho enye hwe Ada Pisces eni age ada nipa na o sacrifice man na ka kire ne say I love you so much. Hey! Pisces de sika ne ni bibia de bekọ akoma nipa kro no. Pisces are the sacrificial lambs. They love to sacrifice. But one good thing ne say Pisces ye dreamy. Pisces obetime ne nka yete hanumi. Na Pisces ayeso wo class e not ho. But Pisces de nitine na adwene na nini na de ne na Afghanistan na US na himfa ote classroom but na adwene na travel fantasizing fantasies eno na ye Pisces ni greatest way obe fantasize obe say everything the Pisces does no odi kan ye wodaye mu ansa odi epie na no Pisces ye very creative. Obetimi aye niema bebre but ahokeka no ne ahoden na ode beye no. Obehia ne Monday or say oh this week me ankasa maye ma adwen se mekwa akotuatua we no na makoyi ade we ye firi ho na makle. Obekwa akohwehwe no Wednesday. Mate mekra me se meye Friday 2027 28 29 30 na Pisces still order so dreamy ontime mfa ne also ho daye no mba reality enti ya because of that ninti no eboa se nka Pisces onya baabi te say baby a na dwuma ne se obe brainstorming na ebi o ma omo ideas from the dreams no because Pisces doesn't have the energy sun no so Pisces sun no ni amoden papa bia Pisces na mo ne papa adwane agya no anansa ne papa ne so ye obi a oya asori pa na okwa asori so they are drowned in asori eniema no eni ade no enti no they deal with absence no se papa ne kra ye visible mpo those are the people ye omo papa no omo suffer alcoholism na ne papa no wano mensa papa ne bi awabo papa ne nye present or nye fully there the father is at it so akra no ne nkwala abremu dealing with that kind of abandonment na enti Pisces o say awia no ekokoda ho no mo a ohu say awia no koda ho no mo a say saa nipa no emfa wo ne babia wugina yenhu. That is why a lot of the times it's difficult to be witness a Pisces sun. No, people don't see them. They can be in the same room with everybody. But who Obetimene enipa bebre ewo ho. Anytime that the sun is in some place no, you can put in the effort, do the work. But a day so be who say nipa smesi we na or born in homoden sa no. But I say Leo no one can phone him be can phone home. Almost say okofa obema oye Leo. Na wone neti. Na bema no sha atare foforo. Na wan kan kire bema ne say, wo sha tidie ayefe o. Even impo wo pesika wo wuku na oye Leo ho no ma ohu. Se wo pese wo girlfriend na wo wife oye Leo treat we ya. O sha na tare even up to make a lipstick no say when 100 times in pa bisa ne say, "Hey sweetheart, and I tell you, I saw shiny power. Now then I want you for free. Oh, you look so sweet. That day, no. Obey with special meal. Obey paper with them. Obey see ho. Obey my wedding. Obey because I will say Leo no. or yeah, the center. The sun is at the center of everything. And a planet ni na a cha a riani hushia. Until the moment you compliment a Leo, no, hey, die. When I was coming up, I dated a Leo, and I remember when I would say, oh, you were so nice. I mean, you are not selfish with your time. You are not you want me minimum astrology or no minimum astrology. It's me come for a crab. Oko UK now or bar now a top bag now the brewer. I remember one time he bought me this Gucci purse, and then or the buyer say, hey. May, because me so me Mavis or see May, this purse. I'm sure I love you so much. It's so nice. Yes, you can't even buy this in the UK. You know, you can't buy this in the. And I would say, open company so much that or no kasa bisa, or no kasa bisa and come for no. It's what come for na. Oh, na ma, or feel it big. So one time I catch me say, oh no, the almost so bad there when they kuno na boyfriend na wan come for na nipa no bejai wa kofa your come for. I'm saying this is a Leo problem. It's not everybody's problem, because Scorpio say what come for na obi sa dey na wo kan sa chere no at this time o feel say wo boa Scorpio obe fe come for na wo dey en come for na wo dey ama no afi no kwatira si akwere say genuine na enye genuine enti ba Leo ne dey o dey come for me wate o come for na in fact ama ono nso nani age enti for Pisces no, even though we're den, but you have to give yourself a little bit of push. Also omutimi ye healers omosha ayarefo omutimi ye psychic work. A lot of the pastors ni na omo ye psychic, the what they call prophecy, no, ye psychism. Almost say psychic no, or they have a feeling about you or thing can be found on
make a castle in the house.
Okay. And you know, healers a lot of the time preachers they are psychics. Also, they a premonition, you know, or think can say BBC happen. All of them are psychics. And Pisces to me is psychic, Ejuma. Pisces bet to me sorry. Pisces bet me nsuo ho adwuma, because Pisces is ruled by water. Omo aya omo ntimi nye nsuo ho adwuma ne ye or even though Scorpio is a water sign, but Scorpio no nsuo na ntene. Scorpio nsuo ne nye nsuo a wo betimi anom, because nsuo ne ye bitter revenge nko a Scorpio nsuo do enye ne wo betimi aton anom but Pisces ne Cancer de no wo betimi wo ye Pisces a wo betimi aye ye kan say oh me pesa me kai enam because a Pisces is a representation of fish. It is a Pisces no dey rule your life na. You can do a business in fish. Wo betimi aton nam enam ho ade wo be hu say be koyie de amawo e na wo say we ye Aries nso a I say independent individual work no ubetimi akoye police ejuma security work, even Libra mpo, because Libra per balance or per peace ne ade enti Libra so betimi ayesa court ejuma ne emra ejuma no eba Scorpio the investigator obetimi aye one time obetimi aye investigative work. Scorpio betimi aye when it comes to Taurus, you can do food. Ubetimi ahwe spa, ubetimi ahwe niema to say makeup, niema nkofo de ye omanimo, because all of that is a Taurus thing. Ye Venus na a ruling Taurus, and one a ruling Libra. Enti Libra, so but for Libra na ye fashion. I want say fashion as in atari a wo hye no. And for Taurus na ye ni wudi no ne sa ne e wo de ye wo ho comfortable ne ade no. You can do all of that as we know. Enti say me sure say maka obi a ho asem. I've talked about nearly everybody. At this time no, I really wish say nka metimi ending sa session way. Nanka metimi enya the whole video ni 2 hours no. Nanka me dey to me YouTube page ni so that was sign no ubetimi akọ back na wakwa akọhwe was sign ne ema no ne ade. Enti no Emma obi a nko baby a na nka me end the live session no na me sign sha ase bio. In that way no we can get that